Fireman, heat fireman. Fireman.
At this time of an hour, as we said that we're going to be reasoning on the herbs itself, are there any challenges on gathering the herbs? Because one would ask, where do you gather the herbs? And in that space that you are gathering the herbs, are there any challenges?
Praise the Lord. There's many challenges I have regarding the access to the mountains to get the herbs. We have private property owners too as well.
See?
But when we come closer unto Cape Nature Conservation, when we have a passion to conserve the herbs, one would come closer with these organizations. And with them we have permit system that we can harvest sustainably. And there will be no problems because Cape Nature also works closely with the landowners and they have access for the herb. So what we want to do here in Eersterivier as a herbal council of Eersterivier is that we want to conserve the herb firstly. And then in the herbal council we have certain members who is working with the herbs and healing the nation.
So you are a council as Eersterivier?
Herbal council.
It's a herbal council.
Yes, herbal council.
So that, what is the aim of the herbal council?
The aim of the herbal council is to regulate the selling of the herbs in our town here. Because we are, secondly, we would love to conserve the herbs. That's why we belong to Cape Nature. I'm in fact is on the, I'm representing the herbal council of Eersterivier at Drifsand. Nature Reserve,
Drifsand Nature Reserve.
Drifsand Nature Reserve. It is very close to the R300.
True.
At South and West Bank. We have a manager there, Mrs. Molohiso Umlilo. She is the reserve manager. Yeah. Whenever we attend meetings there and we attend the programs which Cape Nature offer. We remove alien trees and vegetation. We also send young men for snake handling and to go to conferences in George. In fact, there's every year a 3-day conference in George, a conference of medicinal herbs. Now, as we said, we want access to gain the herbs. We now want to go as people who is going now to, for example, poach. We don't want to do those things. We want to work closely because with Mother Nature. Mother Nature, she has the obligation to heal. And there where the wisdom comes in. We do not only sit with the elder, but we draw them out, we go everywhere. And we interact, we interlink with Rasta, with the elders, Rastafarian.
What are the herbs that you would say you have gathered the most that tends to be needed mostly by the massive? As you see, because when I'm looking, you've got also what you call it nongwe. I've seen also you've got, I would say, garlic there. But most importantly, I want to find out from the elder, which is that most needed herb that tends to be the one that the massive would say, look, the massive has been sort of coming and needing this particular herb more than the other ones.
Yes. The herb, which is called buku. It's a very common use herb.
There's buku water, sometimes there's buku leaves.
Yes, we have some buku water there in the boxes.
True.
That is the stoat. Yeah, the separation of the leaf from the oil. And the oil is sent overseas to the spa bars, in Europe and so on. But we are left with the buku water and it's a very high healing content. Yes, it is for bladder treatment for asthma, cold, flu, coughs, ailments of the bladder, of the kidneys, ailments of the chest, blood pressure in fact.
True.
And it's a mechanism to detox the body of all poisons. Yeah.
That's the buku water.
The buku water.
I remember some people will understand about the buku juice that we once drink, yeah? Kept on massive. You respect that, yeah? Then you remember, right? Yes, sir. Now, my elderly, for many people, they want to understand. There is those herbalists who basically Rastafari, right? That are, I would say, one wearing sack you know,
Yes.
the sackcloths. One will talk about Ingowa, you know, and then you've got also herbalists like the Elder Levy.
Right.
Now, what is not only the difference, but where do you get together, or should I say, what's mainly, I would say, what separates, if ever there is any separation? What's the difference in terms of those herbalists that are wearing the sackcloth and the Elder Levy?
What Aina is saying is we respect those ones in the sect because they have a spiritual life to maintain. However, nowadays, in the last several days, it has become an obsession with them because that they never go and mourn for a period which they have set aside with their Creator. Today, they live amongst us here in houses and in our villages and towns, in the cities. They are just supposed to come to the city every day and work their herbs to gain some life, to gain some bread, you know, survival. But what is happening with them is they're supposed to be in a mourning phase.
Now, Ancient, if one would ask, like in these 2 minutes that we have now, would you say, in terms of any message, there are other herbalists that are like you, who are sitting like in the spaces, sending a message or trying to heal, I would say, the nation. But what would be your message to other herbalists who might be also finding challenges of the access?
My message to our people is come on board, conserve, and live out the passion. Get access to the land for sustainable harvest and a permit system. Work together with all the organizations who are spiritually motivated with the medicinal healing of the land.
Now, Ancient, I know that as I've asked that, you know, for many people now, they want us to link basically, where does the Rastafari, I would say, herbalist, or should I say, or where does your life of being a priest and as well as actually a Rastafari herbalist get to link up? But for the Cape Town Massive, I know that you are actually watching us so much tight, and this reasoning, you are in deep to it. Yes, we are in Eersterivier, and we are reasoning with the elder, the herbalist, and we talk about the priest, that is the priest Levi, in this time of an hour. You have to sit tight and never touch your dial. 263, keep it on.
Fireman, heat fireman. Fireman, fireman, heat fireman. Fireman.
This time, and elderly, many people actually who are in Marcos Garvey community, especially who are coming from the 88th, I would say, coronation, definitely they've seen the ancient's image, you know, around the altar. And I usually see a lot of herbs on top of the altar. Sometimes I would see, yes, flowers, I would say fruit as well. But how does, I would say, the ancient, you know, as a priest and as a herbalist, how does the ancient manage to link up these two, I would say, well?
First of all, the herbs and the priesthood, it goes together.
True.
Because the people, when you look in the Bible, the people will come to the priest for healing. But the priest must always have the herb with him at all times. Whoever is sick and have a complaint, they come to the priest and the priest administer the herbs towards them and explain to them how they should use it. Now in this spiritual life of I today, I still practice it because it's an ancient concept. It is still great value today. When I enter the tabernacle of the Most High, I enter with herbs which is ready to drink. The herbs which will bring a sense of well-being amongst us. And because we stand, as priests, we stand most of the time there around the altar. The herbs which I prepare is for energy conservation of our people. So they are instantly healed also, they feel better. And we share it with everyone in the congregation of the Most High.
My ancient, like you're talking about the herbs on that note, and we know that recently here in South Africa, the judge rulings actually when it comes to the herb marijuana itself, there was actually a green light, one would say, a green light to say, look, for those who are private use, you know, let's give them the opportunity, the space to give them a time to plant and grow them at their own spaces and use it in their own spaces. But for the ancient, you have been living the life, you know, of Rastafari. And what does that mean to you? Since it has been illegal, now that it has been given that kind of green light, and what does that mean to the ancient, especially you are a herbalist?
It means redemption. When we look ahead, it will soon be on the stand here also. As we give time, we will use the right methods, with interaction with different organizations and the communities, Cape Nature, and we will also have it on the stand. We need the cannabis oil THC for all this treatment for cancer and chronic ailments. It has to be understood also. So we know today that if we don't live out with this passion, there are many opportunities this Anna is going to waste, because financially Anna must gain from it also. When we look to the party, the DA, they should actually reimburse I as indigenous people for our wisdom we maintain in providing the healing from the earth. It is a method which our fathers before us have used, and therefore it is my passion that within the 2-year framework they're still laying ahead for reasoning, that the government will come out in favor of us to heal the people. And I don't have to hide it away under the tables here and all that.
Now, ancient, I know that in this 88 coronation time, especially one of the old standard ganja was actually, I would say, puffed to the highest level, no doubt. But in that 88 coronation, and I saw the ancient alongside, I would say, Mama B, you know, and who was actually also celebrated on the day, I would say, for her 20 years of repatriation in, I would say, in South Africa, should I say in Africa, from Jamaica. You have interacted with the mother in these years that you have actually living as a Rastafari and also going as a priest. What does that, I would say, action of her sort of repatriating and still staying for about 20 years in South Africa, what does that mean in Rastafari, especially Rastafari led by the herbalist?
For I, it means a great value. It is more worth than silver and gold. Her presence of the matriarchy amongst us. She's now 20 years here. She came with the 3 elders, Bongo Time, Mortimer Planner, Rasbonazis, to establish the order of the ancient theocracy reign Avine order, Sonaya Bingi, Emperor Haile Selassie at the first in Bible. And that she is instrumental in nurturing us all as siblings and children who had no able standing, because they have been living it out in Jamaica since the Emperor in 1966 came there. It was already in motion, the liturgical order. So when their presence came here, in fact, to teach us and nurture us, we find it of great value. And her 20 years, she is standing as a pioneer. As we say, she is more worth to I than silver, even as gold.
Now my elder, as we are going to close up, I know people would like to link the elder more and more. I know the people knows that closer to, I would say, to the area of Eersterivier, here actually people will get to. But how do the people get the elder if they want to, I would say, the herbs, and if they want the kind of wisdom that the elder has, especially when it comes to the healing?
Well, I am a child of the 60s, and I left school in the 76, the riots and all that. But we have youths amongst us who's very technically minded. We don't have an email at this time yet, but I have a phone number where I can be reached. That is 074 307 4975. I'm open night all day to converse with anyone who's interested in this medicinal healing. Praise the Lord.
So the ancient has put it for you clear and put it in for you nice and put it for you definitely for you to link up. Now in a righteous way, please make sure that when you link up the elder in that phone number. It is basically on the reasonings of the conversation of the healing, and make sure it is about healing only, right? Don't disturb the elder in his sleep, right? Only, for any other things, righteously. My ancient, for this time of an hour, Umlilo Fire Talks with Cape Town TV. We glorify and give thanks once again for having us actually in your space, and making sure that you give actually this vital information for well.
The last thing I want to add, we're here in our own backyard in Eersterivier. We have an ecosystem where we are being with a house. In fact, we are 13 years on that land. It is private property land. It is run between the two railway tracks. The one track coming to Stellenbosch, and the other track coming to Strand. Yes, it's in that area. The developer has given Aina the full right to continue having our Sabbath observations there. And in fact, they have added a 7-hectare herbal camp, of which they asked I to take the schools on a tour once a month. Now in this time we are replanting the herbs. We find outside the camp, we are planting within the camp with a professional landscaper. This is part of our passion, and soon come, when everything is finalized, soon a road will be built there also, and a small chapel, a shrine where nations of all creeds can come and pray, and will also be a community hall where we can keep our gatherings and our meetings. This passion is inspired by the Almighty. It will give us a platform where we can reach many and heal them.
Rastafari. Thanks, my friend. In that way, I'm definitely sure, always and all upon you and all of us have got dreams, and definitely some of us, they put those dreams into reality. And righteously right now, also you are out there and you must be inspired to put away and put definitely dreams, and definitely make those dreams to become a reality. Righteously. And we say, in Eersterivier, kaboom, bang, bang!
God bless.
Rastafari.
Hallelujah.
Lion.
Rastafari. Hallelujah. Praise God. Strength.
Kaboom, bang, bang! Yes, sir, it's that particular time of an hour. Once again, if you don't know, yes, sir, it's Umlilo Fire Talks. We are reasoning definitely this time of an hour with LNG, Liberation to the Natural Gift. That if you don't know, we are inside, and yes, it is definitely Eersterivier. And this time of an hour, we are here to reason with the herbalist, the priest in Rastafari order. And no doubt, he's an elder. When we talk about him, definitely no doubt, it is the ancient Ras Levy. One would have said many people in the space, actually, sorry, should I say plenty, them call him Elder Levy. Yes, I and I. So, yeah, man, let me just say it. Come closer as we are towards the herbalist and check it out and look out what the herbalist is about. Not only the herbalist, remember, he's a priest as well. So, yeah, man, let's heal the nation as the herbalist is busy healing the people within Eersterivier. Kaboom! Bang! Bang! Lion paw. Yes, I am. Come close. My ancient. Rastafari, greetings. Rastafari. Give thanks, ancient. We glorify and we give thanks to come actually this time of an hour as Umlilo Fire Talks. And for welcoming us in the space, ancient, that you're working in. Actually, we say Rastafari and we say give thanks to that.
Praise the Lord of hosts. I give my brother with the perfect love for the Most High. He is thrown very high and that regards the humble.
Blessed ancient. Elder, firstly, I know that as we are basically now, for many people watching Umlilo Fire Talks, we are reasoning with Elder, I would say Rastafarian Levy, and I know for a fact at this particular time of an hour, some people would say, who is the elder in that sense and where the elder was born? Just to talk to the massive. Let them.
I praise the Lord of hosts, my Lord. Yeah, I am Rastafarian Levy. I'm the Elder priesthood here in Eersterivier for the house of Israel, and I bring the house of Eersterivier. My man was born there in Steenburg, the site of the southern suburbs. And eventually we moved when I grew up a bit older to Claremont Village, Harfield Village, Claremont. There I was entered primary school and I was a Catholic and raised up as a Roman Catholic. So it came to pass that in 1969 there was a Group Areas Act of the apartheid regime which forced us to be removed from Claremont. They put us in an park. They put us in the Cape Flats, where there is differences of opinion, differences of lives, people with different concepts of life, and we had to fit in. There was people from all over, people from District 6, Cape Town, people from Claremont, Harfield, people from Constantia, who was forced to be removed. And we had to interact and we had to survive. You had to be like a lion in the jungle to survive. And the one thing that I love most is to serve the Almighty. But in that time already as a young man, I couldn't get into meat substance to swallow it. I couldn't get it in. I was brought up in this way. But in a certain era when we moved to Eersterivier, that was in 2005.
2005.
Yeah, we moved to Eersterivier, and I saw the Rastaman, the herbalist. I saw the Almighty in him. His name is Dr. King Kong, George Anderson, Dr. King Kong, Dr. King Kong, George Anderson, and he's my elder, because he's a man that inspired I in which way I should go. And when I pursued this most diligently, today I find I have climbed the ladder of Jacob, because Jacob, when he left his father and his mother, and he was sleeping in the wilderness, he took a rock for a pillow for him. And when he saw the vision that the Almighty was standing above this ladder with the angels, and the Almighty commanded him to come up, Jacob, and show him what is to happen in the latter days. Therefore I took this vision serious and I pursued it where I am today.
Now my ancient, looking on that, because it's coming from Anoba Park up to, I would say, Eersterivier, has there any time like that you see, like, look, at which time that now you feel like I started to become the Rasta, I taken the baton of Rastafari?
Yes. When I saw the ancient King Kong,
yes,
he immediately inspired I.
Which year was that?
That was in the year 2005.
2005.
Yeah. Sorry.
That is the year when you see him actually for the herbs.
Yeah, but it was in 1995 to be exact.
1995.
1995,
yes,
I made a mistake.
True.
Yeah, there's so many dates. 1995.
There's too many of these.
So I saw the elder and it inspired me to yard with the elder. The elder took me everywhere and he showed me where in the Bible I should read and what I should do to play my role. He said to me that I am a priest. And then from there I pursued it. I didn't look back. I've encountered many dreadlocks who's against I, because I stand for the light. I stand for Jah the Almighty, who has created the heavens and the earth. Now, the Lord has taken away all the reproaches. I don't even feel nothing, no anger. I just feel happiness and joy and gladness. But this is according to prophecy. As Christ did fight for his rights in the house of the Almighty, so I also have to fight for my rights in the Almighty. There are many, the most disturbing thing for I is when Rasta denounced the name Jesus Christ. I can't accept that because we have a long root, a genealogy coming from the first man, King Adam, King Alpha, to be exact. And when we follow that genealogy, we would find where we are today. But everyone, all nations and tribes and peoples who fit in with righteousness, who accept the teachings of His Majesty, Christ in His kingly character, they form part of the royal house of David instantly. So they are instantly transformed. So they just have to walk their talk.
So my elder, like this learning actually of herbs actually for you started in that time of 1995, and as we are going to be listening on that, I want just a massive, before I take a break, I want us also for you to be ready, because now we're going to be reasoning more deeper now on the herbs itself. And how did you start to get into, I would say, was there a school that you went to in terms of learning not only from the elder alone, but did you also have to go to other, I would say, academic level of, I would say, to learn about herbs? But for now, while you are still watching there, we are still reasoning with the elder, and this time of an hour is the herbalist and the priest, definitely no doubt, Levi. Watch this space, we are inside Eersterivier. Kaboom, bang, bang! Rastafarian. Selassie.
Fire man,